and welcome to this week's Future Proof Plays. I am starting off today by playing Elegy for a Lost World, for a Dead World, which should be a short game, so I'm interested to see what this is. I've seen a little bit of a trailer, not much else. And you will hear one of my cats, because anytime I speak, she decides she has to partake. So, let's... Oh, okay. We're in it. So I am this person. Oh. I should say, after I finish this, I plan to go back to Scanner Sombra, which I played a couple of months ago, and finish it, which probably has 15 to 30 minutes left on it. So, ooh, this is gorgeous. Oh. I want to see what else there is. Oh, can I, like, leave? No. Ah, another one. Ooh. You know, I have not played etc. Okay, I'm gonna pick the books first, because books are cool. Oh. Uh-oh. That's right. Works in Byron's world. The whole world belongs to just two people. A planet formed by the billionaire forest poet. The ship that sailed them is the ship that carried them in disuse. The silk sail's gone to rot. Oh, okay. Okay, cat, you have to stop. They say everything comes to an end. Here in the sand, their first colony took root. Haunted still by bitterness, by grief, and so they named it. The settlers of Byron's world formed their settlement far below ground, initially because they feared for the hounds of their world departed, still at their heels. So is this stuff another person made, or is this the game? Well, is this authored content by the creators of the game? They brought things from Earth that reflected their values. They were a people who believed in beauty, but never looked past what they might destroy in pursuit of it. This is all that is left of the first settlement of Byron's world. Their biggest mistake, binding their hearts not to change for their new home. Oh, their biggest mistake, binding their hearts not to change for their new home. Hate traveled with them, unwelcome though it might have been. Moving closer to the surface, they started anew. A new society, with faith built on cherished memory and a dedication to returning homeward. The Church of Gilded Terra and their lights ever burning reflected this new generation. Holy shit, this is cool. If you listen closely here, you can hear the whispered prayers of the faithful once gathered here. They say it's all that truly remains of the Second Era. The third settlement began as a fortress, impenetrable, built to oppose the church, grown tyrannical. That opposition, more evident here, where the bodies of the last ancients, the last of the few colonists lie, hopefully safe kept. But everything comes to an end. They ended their own resistance here, hate unbidden in their hearts, seeping into their most great and terrible work yet. The fourth settlement must have defied our understanding of the first colonists, For ages before our discovery of them, it was dated to be here on the frozen surface. This snowman was a stark contrast. Oh, that's a cute picture. This snowman was a stark contrast to the strange outsider situation, with the dark sun in the distance imprisoning them here, bestowing hardship upon them by its very nature. But everything must come to an end. A device used for power, for retention of life fleeting, would see this world destroyed, its life purged in time. When activated, it would siphon away the living energies of this world star, for better or worse. What possessed these desperate colonists to pursue such a desperate respite? Finally, at the end of it all, they either perished to a life on the world they saw as refuge, or fled to the stars uncaring. We may never know. Yeah, I'll commend this author. Interesting. So, well, that because I haven't posted her work. So, oh, okay. So I was like, how are these people just, like, spouting some stuff? Okay. Interesting. So writing prompts. I feel like Lucy needs to be here for this. Am I? Okay. So is there something other than this? So if I say resume, this is what I get, is this place with the portals. Okay. Then I will find another portal. Uh-oh. I don't trust social commentary. So, the image through the portal was a bookshelf. What happens if you start writing on this one? Also writing prompts. Grammar workshop 2. Let's see. I think this is not maybe what I or Greg thought it was. I thought that the writing was a component or an aspect of a game that had more structure outside of that. But that does not seem to be the case. Options. Is there something below? Nope. Is there something? So, Greg, do you have any research-based advice on whether there is something I'm missing here? Okay, thank you. Well, might as well read some cool stuff while we're here. I've gotten real good at reading on stream. Oh, really? Oh. Huh. Something went very sideways, perhaps. Let's see. I'm interested in you are the alien. Alright. I met a traveler from Capricornus. He was here to spread the peace. Near them on the sand, half sunk, lies a golden pyramid. Stamped upon its visage, a sign. And on the pedestal these words appear. Only the stars have the answer. Look on my works. It is too small for the universe, but too high for the civilization. The heart remains beside. Around us, the sands start moving. So, I guess I'll poke around the other one while Greg researches. Ooh, that's cool. Ah, by actually choosing a writing prompt. Okay, I see. So, let me start this from... The writing is how you end up on a world. Write anything, anywhere. Let's see. Huh, alright. Start freeform. Okay. Oh. Oh. That's cute. So there's no jumping. As such. Oh, there's that kind of jumping. I'm very fascinated with this. Our friend back here who's still a little bit alarmed. Or something. Whoops. This is so pretty. Ooh. This is awesome. And so at any point in this, you can just like... Yeah, I think the intent is pretty definitely to start with a prompt. So let's do Emperor's Final Decree. To my loyal subjects, after much reflection on the way the war... Alright. Oh, this is a cool interface. Okay. After much reflection on the way the war began, I've decided to resort to the unthinkable. Fighting. Did that keep? Okay, that kept. Hello, friend. You are still cool. Wait, should I have also written here? Yes. At 2500 today, I've ordered our military forces to blank and for my government to convey to our enemies that blank. Let's see, I've ordered our military forces to what would you, let's see, to create their weapons, and for my government to convey to our enemies that we are coming. That creature will never not amuse me. Just minding its own business, and then it's like, hey, to ensure something and to stabilize something, we declared war on blank. It was furthest from our minds that we should. Okay. I kind of want to skip ahead. Like, is it cheating? If I, like, look to see how this progresses, should it all be in linear fashion? What was intended to be a short victorious war has become blank, despite our honorable forces' best efforts are blank, and our enemies blank. Okay. So I'm not sure. So here the enemy has blank. So I'm not sure. I am confident in myself enough to just like write some interesting shit off the dome on stream. And that does seem to be what the game is. Which means that perhaps this is not trust my dome. If I trusted my dome, I'd be a much more efficient writer. Flying back to the last one I didn't do. Hi, friend. Okay, so I did those two. That's right, we are coming. To ensure... God, I don't know if I've... Oh, I like that this is about stabilization, and we've got, like, this whole thing going on in the background where these three unfortunate entities are stabilizing something. Boy, I've been playing a lot of, well, relatively a lot of Civ 6. To ensure... God, I don't know if I can do this on stream. You're saying trust your dome, but I don't think I'm in the mood for that. So, I might just switch over to Scanner Sombra? Like... my fault for misunderstanding what this game is, I think. But it's not quite. This is cool. That is so cool. Yeah, there are 3. I will visit all 3. I think the prompts are... I think this prompt is good. It's just, like... It is tempting to go back, but I don't know that I could come up with everything in a speedy enough fashion to be at all entertaining, so... Oh, look at that. That is so cool. Like, what the hell are those? Okay, so let's see what the other prompts are here. So, Emperor's Fight... Whoops! Shit. Emperor's Final Decree. When I Have Fears. Comparison and contrasts. Unless this world's an artifact and have discovered those who created it. That's pretty cool. Wait, that's called What Went Wrong. Okay. This is my home now. Letter to a Loved One. The Sculptor Who Built a World. Oh, cool. That's pretty cool. I'm tempted, but I feel too shy. Okay, let's visit another portal. What is that question mark? Oh, like in the upper corner here? I don't know. Okay, so can these be submitted? Ah. John Keats. Okay. So it's... Oh. Okay, so let's see what this one looks like. Okay, 4 ages, 15 sections. Colonists spent generations underground, moving from place to place. You tell the story of why they could never find peace. Okay, darkness. I only like poetry when I'm not writing it. This vacation is terrible. That's pretty cute. 10 choices we made. It's like a weird movie prompt. H.G. Wells. Plundering Byron, a musical. That's pretty cool. This was my world. If you fled, your people passed on. What remains? Okay. Let's do 10 choices we made. And we'll see what I can do. Ooh. Good audio. I like that it's simple, but effective. Like, this is different than the other place. Ooh. Ooh, I got bigger. I feel like I don't have enough context yet. Ah, okay. 10 times we watched the sunrise. 9 times. Well, no, it's not that there was no context, just I wasn't sure what the next thing was going to be. Was it going to be 10 times we did this, 9 times we did that, or was it going to be, like, I don't know what the structure was. But yes, also there's no context. Nine times we looked through the mirrors. Oh, I like cute figures walking. I feel like between what Greg played last week and things like this, just surrounded by cute little... Ooh, look at this place. Surrounded by cute little people doing cute things. 8 times. Eight times the stars blinked. Singular, I think. Ah, okay. Animal. But the 7th time. Times. Star blinked. Oh boy. Oh no, now things have to connect. The star blinked the 7th time. Oh no. Time the mirrors crack. This may not like flow well melodically, like rhythmically. Interesting. Six times. Let's see. So look through mirrors. The sun blinks. Mirrors cracked. Let's see. See, this is why, like, I'm not sure writing on stream is interesting at all. 6 times we... Oh. Oh, there's apostrophe S? Oh, okay, good. Yeah, we'll be alright if I don't have the apostrophe in the right place. Ooh. The little waggly hand is adorable as I like what is this interface that it's using? 5 times we I'm really not sure this is going to be very coherent, but oh, okay. Oh, snap. Okay, I want to go back and edit some things. Boy, I don't know what I want this to be. Artifact is boring. Times the all right. Okay, good, because that will let me swap the order of a couple things. Alright, 4 times we slept above our charge. Ooh. There's not nearly enough wildlife stopping to stare at me in this level. So the 3rd time. thrum we heard wasn't imagined. Keep it vague. Ah! Hello. I recognize you from what I read. There's another prompt that involves you. Ooh. Two times we aligned mirrors and star. Times we aligned mirrors and star and eyes and stars. Sure. Let's go back to that. Ooh. Whoops, I missed one. And finally, I should read out loud. Finally, the path between opened. Read preview, edit title. Uh-oh. So, I think I'd have to actually go back to edit. Okay. So I'm going to say don't publish now. Cool. Alright, so let's at least visit the third one. See what it looks like. Maybe fuck around with something. Osmodeus by Percy Shelley. You are the poet. Published a poem about the hubris of a king who felt his reign would last forever. Welp. Destroyer of worlds. Oh, come on. It's not in the right order. I think... Alright, we'll take a look at the draft. There's one I want to change, 2 or 3 I want to switch. Come up with a name while I'm going through this. Oh, press E to edit. Yes, okay. 10 times we watched the sunrise. 9 times we looked through the mirrors. 8 times the star blinked. But the 7th time the mirrors cracked. 6 times we met each other's eyes. That one I want to change. Oh. Whoops. What? This is a really good interface. Yo, this is a really good interface. Q and E like pages through the steps. Alright. We met each other's eyes. 4 is sleeping over the charge 5 times. Five times we Okay, got it, I think. 5 times we slept alone. 4 times... Right after those eyes. 5 times we slept alone. 4 times we... prayed for answers. Cool. Okay. How do I get out of this? Okay. Read preview. Okay. You're coming up with a title, right? Okay. 10 times we watched the sun rise. 9 times we looked through the mirrors. I think it's okay those don't match, like, the pictures per se. 8 times the star blinked. The 7th time, the mirrors cracked. 6 times we met each other's eyes. I like that. That is... okay. I think it's interesting. Can I, like... whoops. Alright. 5 times we slept alone. Wait, it's... how is... what is determining... so it's cycling through some quasi-random stuff. Okay. 5 times we slept alone. 4 times we prayed for answers. Though the 3rd time, the thrum we heard wasn't imagined. 2 times we aligned mirrors and eyes and stars. And finally, the path between opened. That's not bad. That's not the worst. Doesn't, like I said, it doesn't, like, the meter isn't right all the way through. Oh, I wanted to just change the title. Okay. Greg, a title. Oh. Alright. I like it. So can I, like... so if I go back here... I mean, fuck it. Why not publish it? The worst is I don't get commendations, which is... I also like that it's a purely thumbs up, or I guess, like... because you could get reported, but... alright. I do feel like this is, like, an English teacher's... a composition teacher's dream. In some ways. Okay, Destroyer of Worlds. Reflect on the lives of those who call Chili's worlds their home. A crime took place here. Nope. In this light narrative framework, you're speaking to someone else. Yeah, there were, when I looked at, like, reading things of recent and popular, there were, you know, votes are happening, and popularity is, doesn't just mean 0, you know, more than 0 votes. I know that you blank. I thought this place would blank. Couplets. Nope. Bad poetry you wrote on the bus. Okay, this might be a thing. Okay, well, I don't feel like I need to harken back to school times exactly. You write the journal of a young girl who fled the capital city of Shelley's world with her family. I went to school today, but they discovered a long-dead civilization 50,000 years ago. This was home. Okay, so all of these are, like, a little long. Or poetry. So maybe... okay, so I'll pick this one, and then if I feel inspired, I'll do some writing, but mostly I just want to look around. 50,000 years ago, this was home to... alright. I will think about it. I'm bad at alien names off the... I know, that robot leg twitch. I mean, is that who it was home to? Not that leg, but like the thing that used that leg. Oops. Fucking up all the fields. 50,000 years is a long ass time. What is powering that robot leg? It's home to the Great Leg. Oh, there's circles here. Let's see what happens. Circle had one leg. There's some other legs back there. They're just not moving. Alright. It's gotta be plural, as I suspected. Or pluralizable. Keepers of the circulars. The bots. Oh. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, we'll go with that. And then they covered their planet with twitchy robot legs. I do appreciate that, like, of the ones I randomly kind of picked, there weren't any that were like Mad Libs. There's anything wrong with Mad Libs, but it's doesn't quite fit this tone. They covered their planet with Alright, let's see more of what this planet is covered in. Oh. There's like writing on this shield thing. Oops. Okay. I'll give it a good old college try. That's where I stopped? Okay. Yeah, I've completely managed to mark the fields. Okay. They covered their planet with life and created oops. That's not how letters work. And created vast yeah. Cover their planet with verdant life and created vast nature reserves. Other worlds. Sent samples for what am I thinking of for like use in the parks? Visitors. Thank you. Yeah. Preservation. That's the term. And visitors roamed the parks. Visitors roamed the parks. Visitors to have come from far away, or to just have freedom of access to these parks. Visitors, oh, okay. Other worlds and symbols for preservation, and visitors flocked and stayed to see them all. This is not going to be a great work of art. Oh. For millennia, their logical control was unmatched. I like this thing in the foreground. Well, I'd like it better if I can keep moving. Towering buildings. Provided power. Shielding. Necessary air mixtures. What? What? What's there? The heart of their what? The heart of their, the heart of their mastery. That's not how that word is spelled. Was do circles have foci? Or is it only ovoids? Or is it one of those things where circles have them essentially collapse down because it's perfect on all, or it's the same radius in all directions? I'm sure Greg will remember enough geometry to allow me to edit that correctly. Okay, yeah, it's something like that, right? Where like an ovoid would have two, and then because the circles are, I don't know, I don't remember. It works. It's a story. Children sang of this. Elders... Children sang of this. Elders... Boy. So I want... So the elders are proud of themselves. Children sang of this. Oops. I think I want to keep with the singing aspect. I don't know if it works, but fuck it. Are those toilets? What are those back there? Guess it's my job to say what those are. Can we talk about this? Suddenly we're playing Mind's Eclipse again. Oh, yes. Okay, in dark corners and private rooms, however... Oh. Circle stretched beyond. Circle stretched out of shape sounds stretched. It's not a great metaphor, because if you stretch a circle at all, it stops being a circle. But we'll go with that for now. I'm very curious about the breathing. Like, why am I breathing hard? Is it fear? Oh. Well, shit, Greg. Now you've made this game creepy. I'll leave it there and not fuck with it. Come back and edit it. Do. Oh boy. But like anything. Like anything that must be handed down after thousands of years. What's the plural of consensus? Maybe the zeitgeist is a better way to... No. Like anything that must be handed down after thousands of years. Okay, so I either want it to be that the community consensus around this changed, or just that it began to serve another purpose, or for thousands of years is a long ass time. For thousands of years. Like anything that must be. Ah. So instead of, but like anything that must be handed down. Or you mean the second clause? Okay. Yeah, yep. So, like, anything must be handed after thousands of years, oof, okay. So, I went with focus earlier. Foci. Circles have... Yeah, the dogma of the mission. Like anything that must be handed down after thousands of years. The principles. Oh, that fits. Yeah, the boundaries. Like anything that must be handed down. The boundaries. Boy, going for a simile here. Eek. Also, not sifted like flour. Shifted and slid. I don't want to go for an ocean metaphor. Okay. Like anything that must be handed down after thousands of years. The boundaries shifted and slid. With the... of the yes, similes are yeah. Thank you, Greg. Oh, look at that art. Oof. I think I picked a good one. I guessed correctly. But nature never... forgets... I mean, anything I put here is going to be fundamentally untrue, but... yeah. Nature never stays... I used the word boundaries before, didn't I? Ugh. That's not, I'm going to say entirely. We'll see how this plays out in editing. What? Whoa. That's cool as hell. Oh, I think I'm kind of stuck. I'm going to go back out the same way. An echo thousands of years later. It's a strange start to the sentence. An echo thousands of years later. Like, this is an echo that I'm seeing? They built... Okay, so it's not just me. Echo thousands of years later. They built homes. They built homes for the visitors that would never leave. Oh, it's fine. Start thinking of a title, Greg. For this story that is not yet concluded. Ooh. Okay, yeah, I have to come up with what these are. Whoa. There's a fucking flowchart back there. Look at that. Of all the lessons they could have learned. Hello, puppy. All lessons they could have learned. Yeah, the most obvious is a circle. Like my sentence is awkwardly worded. Is that a... How do we transform a circle to this shield shape here? Circle pulled by... No. The most obvious was that a circle that Yeah, so if you can't tell a circle's been turned. That makes sense. as obvious. It is both evocative and somewhat nonsense. I want to tie it to this shape, but I'm not sure that I can in a way that isn't like, I don't know, I'm thinking like pizza dough, right? Like you stretch it, it's not a, you pull it unevenly. Again, there's edits. Also, I don't have to publish it. Yo. Are those? So, that, okay. Shit. Is that a graveyard? It could be a graveyard. Did I miss one? I must have missed one. And in the end... Yeah, I definitely feel like I missed one somewhere. And in the end, despite... boy, a few angles I go with this. So, despite the affection and respect of everyone towards them, despite their technology and advancement and ability to control, just obviously those are not the literal words I would use, despite their best, I don't like best efforts, that's too banal. In the end, boy, that's a hopeless message. Despite every generation's good intentions. Yikes. Let's see if I can come up with something. Well, it is Dead Worlds, so, I mean... Or, I flip it and say, despite the bad thing, their legacy was good. Okay, so in the end, despite... Boy, this is still real sad, but... See, the other one I was able to be like, oh, we met eyes. Success. 10 things that I love about you. This one's like, look at these things that look suspiciously like tombstones. But maybe they're just houses. In the end... Despite a little more than little more than suburbs. That's not quite what I mean. But I don't mean park, like city park either. A legacy. Legacy. This was one of. Yeah, I guess just, yeah. Alright. Let's figure out where I missed. Okay, 50,000 years ago, this was home to the Circle. They covered their planet with verdant life and created vast nature reserves. Preserves? Preserves. Although is that fruit or is... Whoops. Do I want reserve or preserve? What do you do with nature? That's not fruit. I think reserve is the word I want. Okay. We'll leave it there. Other worlds sent samples for preservation, and visitors flocked and stayed to see them all. For millennia, their ecological control was unmatched. Towering buildings provided power, shielding, necessary air mixtures. The heart of their mastery was the foci. Oh, it lights up. That's cool. Okay. Children sang of this. Elders hummed in self-satisfaction. In dark corners and private rooms, however, some warned of a circle stretched too far. Should edit that. Whoops. To be a capital C. Can I... Nope. Damn. Warned of a circle stretched too far. But like anything that must be handed down, after thousands of years, the boundaries shifted and slid with the will of the Circle. But nature never never stays entirely tamed. Aha! Okay, so, found where I missed. Whoops! This... Ugh. Oh, okay. Whoops. Jesus. Alright. There was a fall. Same people... who... the same people who reserved the reserves. The same people who... same people who... the same people who ran the towers. I don't like that. I want to distinguish these people from the visitors. I want this to be the Circle. The same people who... fall, the same people who first... Imagine this place. Lost their vision? I think that works. And then I think that still works. We'll see. Some more of a circle stretched too far. Like anything, it must be handed down. For thousands of years, the boundary shifted and slid with the will of the circle. There was a fall. The same people who first imagined this place lost their vision. But nature never stays entirely tamed. An echo thousands of years later, they built homes for the visitors that would never leave. That's still awkwardly worded. Of all the lessons they could have learned, the most obvious was that a circle pulled unevenly will no longer be a circle. And in the end, despite the reserves becoming little more than suburbs in a wasteland, their legacy was remembered. The legacy, I don't like remembered. Their legacy was... I want something more permanent, like entrenched, or... indelible? Is that a good word? I'll leave it remembered. Alright. Title. McGregor, you're on the spot. Indelible? I like indelible. Okay. I hate using, like, the wrong words, and then you're like, oh, I'm the person that tried to use a big word and didn't use it right. Also sounds like there's some song from, like, the 90s, maybe early aughts that used the word indelible a lot that I was very fond of, but I can't think of what it was. Alright. I need a title. Is the title indelible? The circle. It's probably a little on the nose given the... hopefully with not all those T's. Sure. Let's call it turn. My stories. Publish it. Because why the hell not? So, I've now written stories in 2 of the 3. I'm not going to go write a 3rd one. I'm going to take one last little swim around. I'll probably go back and do a 3rd one later on my own, off camera. I'll probably do more. This is actually kind of cool. This is really cool to have like this sort of bounded, like lightly created world to play in, and from like the prompts. So I think it was this one. So this one had Emperor's Final Decree, right? Which was this war thing, but like the sculptor who built a world is not necessarily connected at all. So you could just do whatever the hell you want here. And the freeform writing is interesting. The fact that you can, in fact, just write anywhere. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take maybe 5 minutes, take a break, switch over to Scanner Sombra, give folks a brief update on where that ended in case you did not watch the old stream or rewatch the old stream. I think there's only 15-30 minutes left of that. And that way, I'll have played 2 fun games. So that runs this event a little long, but I think that's okay. So let's take 5 while I sort out technology and get more water.